Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show. Special guest today is Franchesca Connor, Public Relations and Community Outreach Manager for U.S. Eagle. And there we go. I'm just going about to choke on it already. But we got U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union. So I tell you, thanks, Francisco, for taking your time to come and be part of the Steve Davis Show.
Well, thanks for having me, Steve.
Well, I tell you, first of all, thanks for being our new partner. We know, I'll use the line from Marty Watts, persistence, always beats resistance. And we've taken us 15 years to get a bank, and so I'm excited. So I just wanted to thank you for taking the time to listen to us and see the value that probably you can help your bank or your credit union.
Yes. Yes.
Well, hey, tell us a little bit about you and the credit union.
Well, I just started with U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union 2 months ago in January, and I am loving my role so far when it comes to being involved in community events, community involvement. We have several campaigns going on right now, and I love my job. I've been in the public relations field for a little over 8 years. I was prior military, and then joined a bank corporation before I actually joined U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union.
Well, I was going to ask, why Albuquerque? Why New Mexico? I mean, why the bank? The credit union.
Yes. Well, the military really brought me here. I was active duty for a few years, and then I joined the New Mexico Air National Guard here in the state of New Mexico, and then I decided to find my way in the civilian world, and I did that transition from military to civilian life, and that's pretty much how I got here.
Well, you got enchanted. I mean, why stay? I'm just saying.
Well, I guess I met my husband, and so that's why we're here. But
yeah. Okay. That was the carrot that I was looking. The carrot I was looking for. But I know if it wasn't, we wouldn't be here. Again, if it wasn't from partnerships and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the Hall of Fame is where you didn't really meet you, but I got the honor of riding up the elevator with you.
Yeah, and we connected through that. But U.S. Eagle Federal Credit Union, they're involved in so many different community events and community involvement right now. And which actually brings me to the point, earlier this month we actually launched a campaign, it's called the METTLE campaign, METTLE, where we have members who use the METTLE cashback card, and we are able to match their cashback from everyday purchases that they already acquired through swiping their card. And we've actually been able to partner with two veteran organizations in the state of New Mexico to help give back and assist disabled veterans in the state. So that is one of the campaigns that we just launched earlier this month. So
you're having good success with it.
Yeah, it's something that's really close to my heart, just because I am a veteran myself, and I personally
pretty young veteran.
Yeah, I know, right? But I know so many veterans and disabled vets who do need the help, and it's so great to be a part of a credit union and play this part to help out disabled vets in our local community. So I'm really proud to be a part of this campaign and be a part of U.S. Eagle.
Well, it's got to be with administration. You got to be happy when you go to work, and when you got that great smile and you're contagious and all those good things. But why? What made you stay at U.S. Eagle?
Well, I've been here 2 months, but
Was it this first job opportunity, or was it?
Well, no. I interviewed for several jobs, but the credit union culture and our slogan, "People mean more." That's really something that every single colleague of mine really embraces, and members too. We have certain volunteer committees within U.S. Eagle, so. I'll mention one. We have the Junior Board of Directors, which are a little plug for the JBOD, but for your viewers out there who have students or young adults in their household from 16 years old to 22 years old, we are taking applicants for the Junior Board of Directors to help out and volunteer in the community on behalf of US Eagle. It looks really great on their resume, college applications, and it's something that just looks really good for any kind of professional goals that any young adult might have. On top of that, we also have mentorship opportunities when it comes to our executives and leaders that are advisors on the JBOD, Junior Board of Director committee. And, you know, we're able to actually mentor these students as they go along their professional journey. So if you are interested, you know, go on to useagle.org and click on volunteer and reach out and apply.
I tell you, you know, a lot of things happen. You always think about, you know, I want to get this right, you know, credit unions that you're dealing with money. And most of the time, people don't realize how community involved that you are and how you look to community to support yourself and also support themselves.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, the credit union, it really is more than just a credit union. It's more community involvement. Like I said before, you know, our slogan is people mean more, and we are making it happen and making sure that our members and our employees are taken care of because we care that much. And that's from your other question about why the credit union. That's really why I'm here, and I'm here to stay.
So do you have any, like, I know you've been, it's early, you've been on for 2 months or whatever, and you've been pretty busy because you got to meet me. I mean, I mean, that's pretty, you're out and about with the community. But my question is what do you have on the back of your mind, or have you had time to think about what you want to get accomplished while you're doing your work?
I think, you know, when it comes to my goals while I'm here at US Eagle, I really just want to get involved as much as I can in the New Mexico community to make sure that, you know, people are taken care of, that we are really getting involved within our community, but, you know, with simultaneously making sure that our members are taken care of and given the best customer service that we can offer.
And educate me, because I'm a novice, but how many U.S. Eagle Bank federal credit unions are there?
That would be a question. We have about 9 total in New Mexico, correct? Yeah.
Oh, she's got them right up here on the board.
There we go.
There we go. I mean, you asked for the deal, and I mean, Aaron was actually paying attention to what we were saying. So.
Right. Yeah, like I said,
I didn't realize that there were that many locations. So there's actually 2, 4, 6, 7, in my understanding.
Yeah, but we do have we have a few up in northern New Mexico. I know that, and southern New Mexico, correct? Or no, sorry, northern New Mexico.
Well, I tell you, I mean, Aaron saved both of us. There we go. It's good. You're up into Santa Fe, and you got plenty of locations. And who do you get to contact to open an account, or how's how?
Yeah, just either call in or come into a branch, and we can help you out.
It's just that simple. So
yeah, basically, we're here to take care of our members, and that is our #1 priority. So.
One more. I got plenty more questions, but on my mind. So, what benefits does the credit union have over banks?
So, you know, when it comes to the credit union, we're actually a co-op. So, you know, we are, you kind of have control over how you want your credit union to be run. So, opposed to banks, shareholders actually own banks, but when you are part of a credit union, you're a part of a co-op, you have $5 invested and you own that share of the co-op. So that's kind of why credit unions have a little better, you have more control, you know. So that's kind of the difference between credit unions and banks.
Well, I guess, and this may be out of your deal, but you know, is there differences in percentage rates, what you get on your interest, or is it, you know, do you have things that you offer?
I mean, That's a good question.
We can go somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good question. I'll once our executive director of the foundation comes on, she'll be able to answer that for you.
And that's actually going to be Nadine Buerger, and I probably butchered that too. So I'm not doing a really great job on this thing, but I'm just saying she's going to be coming on, and she's going to be coming on the next segment. But you know that we're very fortunate that I got 2 U.S. Eagle representatives on the Steve Davis Show.
Yes, well, we're happy to be here, and we're happy to partner with you all.
And I, talking about, where people, I like to, people with pro views, and, we teamed up with Game Vision, and kind of put this in perspective for everybody. We do 400 games, usually a year, events. Now we're going to be doing 4,000 events, and it's going to be great exposure for you and your
that
federal
is quite a jump.
I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break. We're going to go to the Dream Style Top 10 Plays a Week. Then we're going to have your other I've never done 2 people in one show, so it's going to be exciting. We have Nadine Buerger, Executive Director of the U.S. Eagle Foundation.
It's 61 earlier this year. But with a steal and a bucket, Noah Perry puts Hope on the board first.
Lovato gets his second bucket. Just reared his head down and put it up for 2 with the left hand. 8-4, there's a bucket and 1. Cruz with the bucket.
Some of them are in khakis. Here's the offense. 3-point basket by number 1 is good. And we are tied with 4 seconds left.
Charlie. 5 quick turnovers. I'm sure Coach Otero. There's 6 right here.
Another bucket, and that is Antalelu.
Hill in the corner. Buries a 3. Andrew Hill with 17 points.
Using 40 points. They keep them under 50 points.
48 seconds left. Back door to Stanford, scoops and scores, lays it in.
What a
Great
pass by one stop.
No, Storm fan want a foul. Instead, the Jags end up with the ball. Morris pulls up 3, puts it down. Back-to-back 3s.
Run and be patient now. They got to speed the process.
Under his legs on the pass. What a dime from Kellen Garris to Justin Mask. That's going to be on the top 10. Under his legs.
Now again.
Can't foul here if you're Pius. Ball goes to Estrada. He'll put up 3. And it goes in at the buzzer. Damian Estrada closes the game out for Valencia. And stay tuned.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
Sometimes it's the small things that make life easier, like never worrying about being declined at an ATM when only cash will do. With your covered from U.S. Eagle, we'll cover you. even if the money's not there. That's a good feeling. And we do it with no extra fees or penalties. It's called trust, and we think that's important, especially if we're asking you to trust us. At U.S. Eagle, that's just part of what it means when we say people mean more.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
After the holidays, it's challenging to see bills come in. P&M can help with tips to save money on your electric bill. Set your thermostat lower. For every degree lower, you'll save 1 to 2% and see results in your next bill. Add weather stripping and caulking around windows and doors. Reducing air leaks saves you money. Hot air rises. Switch your ceiling fan to clockwise so warm air circulates, helping your home feel warmer. Small changes save you money on your bill. Learn more at pnm.com/tips.
P&M are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
And on the Steve Davis Show, and again, I want, from ProView Networks, I mean, it's been 15 years, and it's the first credit union or bank that saw the value of ProView Networks, and that's why we're here on the show. But you got so many good things, and let's talk about your foundation and what you've been doing.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for tolerating me here today, Steve. Really appreciate it. I'm really excited to be the first financial institution to be on the show. So yes, I am the executive director of the U.S. Eagle Foundation. Earlier you get to speak to Franchesca. She works for the credit union, but we work on a lot of different things together. So she works on a lot of community outreach aspects for the credit union, community engagement and volunteering, but there's quite a bit of overlap as well with the foundation. We have several programs that we run throughout the year regularly. One of them is actually coming up. It's our annual scholarship program. We give out 3 $2,000 scholarships every year. Actually, the applications open up on March 2nd through April 2nd is when it's open to apply again. 3 different categories. One is our VHEAL Bullying Prevention Scholarship we're giving out. The second one is to show concern for community. Kind of goes back into everything that we're doing as a credit union, as a foundation, just demonstrating the concern for community. What have you done for your community? What needs have you identified, and what have you shown to or done to meet or identify that need and then help and solve that need in the community. And the third one that we're giving out this year is building a business plan. It's really something that a lot of people or young students may not be super familiar with, and something new, and we don't expect them to create a full, real business plan. It can be a made-up business, but just really gaining some of that knowledge and proving that. So 3 $2,000 scholarships coming up.
Question, age, is there an age, or is it high school, junior high, is it, or in college?
So it is for college, so they need
it's
to,
college, all right.
So they can either be already in college, seeking a scholarship for the next year. They do need to be enrolled at an accredited college. It can be vocational school as well in the fall of 2023. So that is really the only requirement. We currently don't have scholarships for master programs or graduate school, so it needs to be it can be vocational school, trade school, for 2-year or 4-year degrees.
And it could be anywhere in like western New Mexico or eastern New Mexico, in Highlands. Those are the teams that we cover. So
yes, absolutely.
Because I can get that word out to the athletic directors and get people out and let them know that their student would be great for one of those to get that done.
That would be incredible. We would love that. Love to see more applicants. Hopefully, this is something that we can grow in the future. Would love to see us being able to offer more scholarships or higher amounts for scholarships. Definitely one of my goals. I have to work on that budget, of course. But yeah, so they just have to be a member. Really, the only requirement is they need to be a member. They can go to college anywhere they want to. So even if they go to high school here, anywhere, APS, and they say, well, my dream college is, I don't know, I didn't grow up here, so I really don't know, in Louisiana or in Alabama somewhere. They can still apply as long as they're a member, they have an account here with us at US Eagle, or their family members have an account with US Eagle. They're eligible.
So that's the carrot. Let's get more people to sign up.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I figured that out. That's pretty good. Hey, you know, you're talking about you're not from here, but let's talk about where you're from and your journey to here.
Yes. So I am originally from Germany. Grew up in Mainz. Went to school there. Went to college there. My entire childhood up until I think I was 22 or 23. I don't remember how old I am currently. So somewhere around that time, I moved to the.
It's not important.
It's not important. It really isn't. So I met my husband. He was in the military, and he was stationed in Wiesbaden. He was in the army, and then we moved to the United States together. He was stationed in Fort Bliss, El Paso. So I lived in Fort Bliss for a while with him, and then decided to just go on a different journey and move to Albuquerque. I have a cousin who actually lived in Albuquerque, and I really loved Albuquerque. What I loved about it was that it was a lot warmer than in Germany. So you have a lot more days of sunshine compared to in Germany. It gets rainy and cloudy. You never know what you're getting. And I loved El Paso because it was always sunny, but it was too hot. You didn't have any seasons. So when I visited my cousin in Albuquerque, I loved that there are the mountains and it snowed during the winter time, which not really this year, but it did before. So, and you had the trees and seasons, but it was still warm and sunny and lots of things to do.
Well, in one day you can get four different
seasons.
4 different seasons.
I know, yeah.
That was one of the first things when I came here from Clovis, New Mexico, that it was actually when I came here on my recruiting trip that it was just beautiful weather and there was no wind. It's windy, but it wasn't as windy as on the east side of the state.
The wind, yeah, definitely feeling it right now.
Well, you know, I asked this question: why this U.S. Eagle? I mean, you got a great resume and great. I was like really impressed with your resume and all the things and all the events you've done. But why U.S. Eagle?
So I have a background working with nonprofits. I really always loved the nonprofit world. I think when I was 15, I told my mother, I'm moving to Africa, working for UNICEF and helping the world. I want to make the world a better place. Didn't end up going, well, I went to Africa to visit, but not working for UNICEF. So instead, moved to Albuquerque, but worked for a lot of different nonprofits. And it's something that's near and dear to my heart. I love helping the community. I know how privileged we are being in positions that we're in and how many people don't have what maybe other people take for granted. So just being able to be there and identify certain issues and helping people and giving back, it's something. I wanted a job that has meaning. I want to go to bed at the end of the day and say, yeah, I worked hard, but maybe I did something that I was doing today was meaningful. And I was able to, maybe in a small way, make the world, or maybe not the world, but maybe my community a better place. So with US Eagle, I really saw that. They're a not-for-profit. They're a credit union. They're for people, not for profit. So with that being their purpose, I really fell in love with what they're doing in the community. And being previously working for nonprofits, being more in the development role, now I'm on the other side. So now I can work with lots of different organizations and help them with their mission. So it's really the perfect world for me.
Well, what I see in both with you and Franchesca Connor, both of you is you can be yourself. I mean, you're very, you know, it's first that time I met you, and it's like I've known you forever. You know, you're spontaneous, but you bring that message about U.S. Eagle, and I think that's important. You know, one that you can tell both of you guys both of you ladies are very content and happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, I think you have to be passionate about what you're doing.
Well, back to U.S. Eagle. Okay, we talked some more about some things that you're going to bring coming up that's in the future.
Absolutely. So we talked about scholarships that are coming up. A couple of other programs that we run for the foundation is our Enrich at Teachers Grant program. So that one comes out typically the beginning of the school year. We give teachers about 2-ish weeks till we open up applications for that. And we give out 10 $1,000 grants to teachers at public and charter schools. So again, something that if you could help us spread the word, that would be amazing. I'm sure a lot of the schools would be excited for that. But it's a competitive grant, but they're given to really can be applied towards anything that will enrich the school or classroom experience. It can be used towards equipment or school supplies, maybe a field trip. Some of the things we look for is sustainability. Is it something that can be used for a couple years in a row? How many students is it serving? So just a little tip that what we're looking for in the applications. But it's a really wonderful program. We started it in 2019, so this is our 4th year coming up. We adjusted it a little bit during the pandemic to help out with the need. A lot of teachers needed more hand sanitizers and all of that, so we kind of tweaked it. And that's really part of what I love about working for the foundation is it's not like, okay, you have to have this process every time, all the time. In our roles, we can really just adjust to whatever is needed and make these tweaks and call these shots. So that is a program that's coming up beginning of August, open to schools, again, public schools and charter schools in our 3 market areas, Albuquerque, Santa Fe area, and Farmington area.
I tell you what, we've got great connections in all those, but something that I'm going to throw at you is that really all those things that you're doing, let's just make a little info sponsorship and run them through all the games that we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
I say, but that's, we're coming to an end here, but both of y'all, from the bottom of my heart, from ProView Networks, this has been, it's very special. It's a very special thing. You don't know how hard Marty and myself have worked on banks and also credit unions to see if they would sponsor it. And the big thing is I'm not even a member, and that's even big. I mean, it was not yet. That's going to happen, okay? But I'm just saying that's what is so special about you. And I haven't even met anybody but you and Franchesca.
Well, thank you for having us. It's been quite the treat. So thank you.
How do people get a hold of you, okay, for these all the things that you're working on?
So if you are interested in applying for the scholarships, you can find the information on our website at useagle.org. I think it's under the tab Learn, and you'll find scholarships. You can apply for those. Again, opening March 2nd. The Enrich Ed programs can also be found on our website at useagle.org once they start opening. You want to get a hold of me, you feel free to email me at N as in Nadine, and then BUERGER@useagle.org. Also, we have a donations webpage at US Eagle. You can just fill out your donations request if there's maybe a nonprofit organization you would like us to support or volunteer for, or maybe you run a nonprofit or part of a nonprofit. You can fill out that request on our webpage as well.
Well, Nadine, I want to thank you and Franchesca for coming on the Steve Davis Show, and I tell you what, looking forward for this partnership.
That sounds great. Thank you so much, Steve.